and a half. And when I came off after I was done, I sat down, and of course, I still hear the ball bouncing. I look down, like this guy's still working out. He was working out for like it looks like he was in a dead sweat when I got here, and he's still going. And it's not like his moves are nonchalant, lazy. He's doing like game moves. I sit there and I unlace my shoes. I'm like, I want to see how long this goes. I sit out there and watch another 25 minutes, and he got done. I said, okay, I think I've seen enough. Go play. Come back, get in the sauna, get ready for the game. That game, he drops 40 on us. Okay. And after the game is over, I'm like, I have to ask this guy. Like, I have to understand, like, why he works like that.
Right.
So after the game, I'm like, hey, Kobe, like, why were you in the gym for so long? He's like, because I saw you come in, and I wanted you to know that it doesn't matter how hard you work, that I'm willing to work harder than you.
We were in Vegas for the start of training camp, and we're getting ready for the Olympics in Beijing. We're going to head to Beijing. And I wanted to establish myself as a young leader on the team by bright and early, day one. So the goal was to be the first one at breakfast. So I set my alarm. I make sure I'm up by sunrise. I get out of bed. I put on my gear and I head downstairs. But when I get there, Kobe's already there with ice packs on his knees, drenched in sweat. Now, it took me a minute to figure it out, but this guy wasn't only awake before me. He had already worked out. He had just played in the finals days earlier. Meanwhile, I'd been off for months and I was still exhausted. What he had done that morning was incomprehensible to me. That dedication he had only days after falling short of an NBA championship. That taught me something I've never forgotten. Legends aren't defined by their successes. They're defined by how they bounce back from their failures.
So when you think about the greatest players of all time, 90, 80% of them have God gift of natural talent, ability, body, right? So Jordan, 48-inch vertical, right? You got the big hands, right? You got LeBron, right? You have Shaquille O'Neal, right? Then Magic 6'9" point guard with vision. Kobe, standard. If I give you 6'6" and then took every 6'6" guard in the NBA and NBA history, you would never find him, right? You would never find Kobe because he didn't have big hands, right? He wasn't quick. He wasn't fast. 38-inch vertical, that's standard. Like if you don't have a 30-inch vertical, you're not even a shooting guard in today's game, right? And what he did with that body, it's like you took a S500 and he was pushing it like a Bugatti. Mm-hmm. That's what we look at. We look at the normal person fighting gods.
Yes. You're playing against the Golden State Warriors. Score is 107-109. You guys are close to getting into the playoffs. You're about to take your shot, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Falls down. Yeah, and he's struggling. He's at the line to shoot free throws, so he can't be taken out of the game right now.
Right after you're injured, you went on Facebook and you posted a lengthy blog. This is such BS. All the training and sacrifice just flew out the window with one step that I've done millions of times. The frustration is unbearable. The anger is rage. Why the hell did this happen? Makes no damn sense. Now I'm supposed to come back from this and be the same player or better at 35? How in the world am I supposed to do that? I have no clue. Maybe I should break out the rocking chair and reminisce on the career that was. Maybe this is how my book ends. Maybe Father Time has defeated me. Then again, maybe not. There are far greater issues and challenges in the world than a torn Achilles. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Find the silver lining and get to work with the same belief, same drive, and same conviction as ever. One day, the beginning of a new career journey will commence. It's not that day. If you see me in a fight with a bear, pray for the bear.
This is another obstacle. This obstacle cannot define me. It's not going to cripple me. It's not going to be responsible for me stepping away for the game that I love. I'm going to step away on my own terms. My brain cannot process failure. It will not process failure. Because if I have to, if I sit there and have to face myself and tell myself, you're a failure, I think that's a worse. That's almost worse than death. If your job is to try to be the best basketball player you can be, right? To do that,
You can make serious money designing a framer. Here's how. You can sell premium templates and keep 100% of the sale. Yep, all of it. On top of that,
good morning. Hope y'all are doing amazing. We're about to get started soon. Just putting some last
is to try to be the best
some
basketball.
last things together, y'all. I'm gonna get started real soon. Just putting a couple of last little pieces together as I'm listening to this personal development. Y'all know how I like to do it, man. I use this as my time to make sure the show is completely put together before we actually go live. You know, just the last little part that I want to make sure that we have established for y'all. So please just continue to share this link out. Be patient. You know, sit back, make sure you got something to drink, make sure, you know, you got your breakfast this morning or whatever you need, the fuel so that you can stick through this show because we will be here probably until about 11 a.m. It's a lot of stuff to talk about today and I'm excited. So appreciate y'all and we'll get started soon.
To do that, you have to practice, you have to train, right? You want to train as much as you can, as often as you can. So if you get up at 10 in the morning, train at 11. 12, say 12, train at 12, train for 2 hours, 12 to 2. You have to let your body recover. So you eat, recover, whatever. You get back out, train, start training again at 6. Train from 6 to 8, right? And now you go home, you shower, you eat dinner, you go to bed, you wake up, you do it again, right? Those are 2 sessions. Right now, imagine you wake up at 3, you train at 4, you go 4 to 6, you come home, breakfast, relax, blah, blah, blah. Now you're back at it again, 9 to 11. Right, relax, and now all of a sudden you're back at it again, 2 to 4, and now you're back at it again, you know, 7 to 9. Look how much more training I have done by simply starting at 4. Right, and so now you do that, and as the years go on, the separation that you have with your competitors and your peers just grows larger and larger and larger and larger and larger. And by year 5 or 6, doesn't matter what kind of work they do in the summer, they're never going to catch up because they're 5 years behind. Right? So it makes sense to get up and start your day early because you can get more work in. If I start earlier, I can train more hours. And I know the other guys aren't doing it because I know what their training schedule is. Right? So I know if I do this consistently over time, the gap's just going to widen and widen and widen and widen and widen, and they won't be able to get that back. So to me, it was just common sense. I'm like thinking, how can I get an advantage? Oh, start earlier. And this was right after that playoff game. I flew back to LA that night and I got home. It's probably like 3 in the morning. And I went down to the high school, which is down the street from my house. And the janitor let me in the gym and I shot all day. All day. I mean, all day. And I didn't leave the gym. I just kept shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and practicing and practicing. And I got a chance to let out the steam of disappointing my teammates and millions of fans. I got a chance to let all that out instead of bottling it up and envision that moment over and over and over and over and over. That was a huge something for me because I felt like everybody had written me off after those air balls. You know, basketball for me was the most important thing. So everything I saw, whether it was TV shows, whether it was books I read, people I talked to, everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft. You have to do the hard stuff and watch that game and study that game.
We got to start in
Not
1
make those mistakes
minute,
over
literally
and
less than
over
60
again.
seconds. About to get
Just
live,
because
man.
you weren't
Just want to
brave
give people
enough
time
to
to
face it. Gotta
tap
deal
in.
with it. Gotta deal with it. Face it, learn from it. And all those little things, and it sucks. But you don't want to have that feeling again, do you? Right? So you got to really study it, face it. And not to say you'll win the next time you face, but at least you'll give yourself a better chance. Yeah. A lot of the kids that I was playing against were inner city kids. And so they're looking at me as if, okay, this kid's soft. right? He's from the suburbs of
Let's
Philadelphia.
go.
His father played in the NBA, played professionally.
Appreciate y'all sharing this link out. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
You know, all this other stuff, right? And so
Appreciate y'all
they
sharing this
felt like
link
they
out.
could try to be physical, try to intimidate me and do all this other stuff, which they couldn't, right? But now I'm saying, okay, well, you're trying to attack me. How am I going to attack you? How can I mentally figure out ways to break you down? How can I show you that, no, I have the edge, right? And so that's when it first started for me, is figuring out how to get the upper hand on an opponent that way.
And what would you do to mentally break people down then?
We used to have an all-American camp that I used to go to. And, you know, at the time, my first showed, I was a sophomore. And one of the things I would do is, well, everybody would be at
Hey, yo,
the cafeteria to work, you know.
hey, yo, shout out to Kobe, man.
I feel to move on and
Hold on. He don't even like to stop talking. Kobe like to just keep going. All right. So, hey, Kobe like to just keep going. All right. But welcome to the show. Appreciate y'all for being here this morning. Again, we won't be here. You know, I don't think we'll be here the entire time, or maybe we will. You know, we have 50 minutes for the show. Send this out with your friends, your family, Atlanta Blockchain Center, you know, your friends out in different states, whatever the case may be. Tell them to hop on right now because we are live, direct, and in full effect. And today, y'all, is a very, very special day. And I hope that y'all are excited about this beautiful day. You're going to find out today why today is probably one of the most beautiful days in the cryptocurrency space, okay? I don't like how the lighting is right here. Hold on 1 second. 2 seconds. All right. I ain't like that. I ain't like that lighting, man. It might be the same, but no, we good now. Okay, cool. All right. Look like I ate some Church's chicken before I came on the show this morning. You know, I don't know if y'all remember Church's chicken back in the day. Looked like I was eating some Church's, huh? But welcome to the show. We are, you know, today's show is entitled, okay, Ripple to replace the Federal Reserve. XRP was always it. It was always the answer. XRP was always the answer, y'all. I don't know if y'all really realized it, but the XRP ledger was always the answer. Okay. And it always will be an answer, right? I always told people to be naive, to think that Bitcoin, right? To think that Bitcoin, you know, was going to stay number one forever is very naive. Okay. Very, very naive. That's all I want to say about that. Okay. I don't think that there's any blockchain. I don't even think XRP would be number one forever. I don't think HBAR could be number one forever. But I do believe that as amazing technologies as they are, they do deserve to feel some of that number one pressure. They do deserve to feel some of that number one momentum, right? And because we must just be fair, right? We have to be fair across the chain, right? The blockchain was not created to be something where it was, you know, one chain to rule them all. There always had to be one chain to start them all, right? There was never one chain to rule them all, but there was one chain to start it all. And that was beta test coin, BTC, Bitcoin, okay? But after 2013, after 2014, and specifically after 2017, for sure, you know, 2013, 2014 was the Ripple era, you know, a couple of other projects, but 2017 was the birth of a lot more utility, meme coins, and all types of other things that started to come after the year 2017. So that's your history, you know, quick history lesson on how crypto has progressed. Yes, we started with Bitcoin, but we had to start somewhere. And we've elevated and we've elevated and we've elevated until we're here at this point now where regulations are getting passed. Things we were talking about back in 2019, 2020, and 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. All of those years are the things that we were talking about on shows just like this in front of crowds that were humongous, y'all. Okay, like some of the calls we used to do back in the day used to have hundreds of people, and it really shows, Even when I look at some of the YouTube channels that have been around for a very long time, our YouTube channel, I've been around for a long time, but my YouTube channel has not been around for a long time. And they shadow banned and took my first channel. So we had to rebuild this channel literally from scratch, right? So it's been tough as a content creator. That's why I'm grateful for the community. That's why I'm grateful for the people that do the boot camps. Y'all are the only reason why I've been able to keep y'all at the point where you are right now. Like, I'm just being real, right? You are the reason why, right? Because you have created a commitment in your life to learn this skill. And I'm just grateful that y'all committed to learn it with me. You know what I mean? Because this has been able to keep me in the game for 3, 4, 5 years now. You know what I mean? Like longer than that. But, this podcast has been going for 3 years now, our 4th year will be in February, so the months are moving by fast, y'all. So JC says, I'm new to crypto. What secure wallet should I use, et cetera, et cetera. Well, JC, that's something that, you have to find, that's something you have to find for yourself. We do not offer financial advice here at Coffee and Crypto unless you're inside of our Discord group, right? Here on the podcast, it's too many people for us. This goes on. This is a public podcast. We have a private network. This is our public network, and this is for entertainment purposes. All right. We don't really talk about wallets. Y'all don't see me having wallet sponsors and things like that. And I'm going to show you a reason why I didn't even go and try to get sponsors just yet, because the sponsors that we're going to have for Coffee and Crypto are going to be legit. Right. So JC, long story short, man, if you want that information, we have 3 days free for our Discord group. You can come in there and you can ask questions. If you need the link to the Discord group, the link is inside of our link tree, which is inside of our bio on social media. Or if somebody wants to drop it for him, the free link, you can go to the link in my bio, and drop it in here in the Zoom for him. Okay. But we're grateful to have you here, JC. And those questions can definitely be answered, but this is not the proper place, because we don't want to be responsible for anybody losing any money. We don't want to be responsible for anybody doing any of that through a public call. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into today's show. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into today's show. Okay, and the first thing that I want to show and share is this quick clip from Michael Saylor. Okay, and this is the truth. This is how it really is right now for some people in crypto. Pay attention.
Dude, you can send money over the internet without a bank. Dude, Bitcoin's a scam. It's decentralized. No CEO. It's freedom money.
Isn't that what drug dealers use?
You can hold your own money and no one can freeze it.
Bitcoin's still a thing?
This is just the beginning.
It's a bubble. I'm not buying that.
Bro, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin.
Didn't China ban it again?
Bitcoin just hit $100,000.
I guess it's too late to get in now.
That's all I heard. Like, to be honest with y'all, that's what I heard. I was actually going to ask y'all, what did y'all hear? Well, I heard excuses, right? So there's a lot of excuses. There's a lot of, people have heard about this technology, this token for years and years and years, and they still to this day will say, but guess what? The last part was the craziest part, right? It went from scam to didn't China ban it to, I guess it's too late now, right? Understand that right now, there's a lot that they say about XRP. You got to look at the past to predict the future. There's a lot of negative things they said. You could tell them, hey, Ripple just applied for a banking license. They'll say, have they even beat the case with the SEC yet? Right? Like that's the type of question. You'll say, hey, all RLUSD is out, and Ripple now has a state level license with the New York Fed, and they're applying for a national license as a bank so that the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, aka the OCC, can hold RLUSD and XRP as a digital asset. And then they'll say, after you say all that good stuff, they'll turn around and say, well, isn't there other technologies that, do what XRP does? That's what they'll say. But then one day they'll be priced out. And then they'll say, well, it's just too late. That's what they'll say. So just understand what you hold and understand the position you're in. All right. Oh, I'm on a neck today, Matt. Like, this is not a game. All right. We're about to see some things. Like, I've been around this industry for far too long for people to even talk to me. Like that's like my hands start waving like this when people start talking. I'll be like, shut your ass. I just start smacking the air like, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about, right? You don't know nothing. We've been in this industry for so long. We've been doing this. And when we gain the wealth and the financial freedom from this that we know is coming, guess what? It was all on purpose. It was a purposeful pursuit. Somebody dropped that in the chat box. Purposeful pursuit. It was a purposeful pursuit. We've been running through this thing like on Grand Theft Auto with all 5 stars. Family, I need y'all to realize something right now. Zatrick, hear me out. We're getting a Ripple National Bank license before Grand Theft Auto 6. We're getting it. We're getting the license before GTA. Come on, y'all. This is not a game. We're getting the license before Grand Theft Auto even comes out, y'all. We lit. To the moon we go. Know what I mean? So, all right. Let's go ahead and dive into the show because I got a lot of energy this morning and I got a lot of great content and a lot of great thoughts that I need to get out here on the internet right now. And all I recommend is for you to send this link out one more time, right? Like anytime, look, it's a beautiful thing when we wake up like this, y'all. All right, it's a beautiful thing when we wake up like this, okay? My boy Trader J. Oh, that was Jay. That was Trader J that asked that question. Okay, that's my guy. You already in there. We got you, bro. You need to be in the boot camp, bro. Like for real. You need to be doing the boot camp. Y'all don't keep on letting me talk about this boot camp and then not doing the boot camp. You know what I mean? Like, there's nobody in our Discord group, and I want to put it out here like this. There's nobody in the Discord group. If you're serious about the Discord group, you're serious about crypto, we cannot teach you everything in a Discord group through conversation. You have to, and I'm not talking to my boy Trader J just alone, right? I'm talking to everybody that's going to come in the Discord group from seeing these videos in the future, that's in the Discord group right now, and you ain't took a boot camp, but you have the same questions, but maybe you don't have the confidence like my boy Trader J to actually ask the question. And that's why I'm grateful for you, Trader J. Thank you for asking the question. I would love to help you, brother. All right, we can tell you what exchanges. Somebody in the Discord group is going to drop the answer for you because that's what we do. But if you really want to take advantage of this space and you really want to make sure that you're invested, because XRP is just one, doggy. You know what I mean? XRP is one. It's not the solution, though. You have to be diversified and you have to know how to use these wallets and you have to know how to do it. And people cannot, like somebody telling you, go download this wallet or download this. You're not going to know how to utilize it. You're not going to know how to, like, Sana's dropping it for you right now. You can purchase it here. You can send it here. But what's next? We teach you that in our boot camp. We have another boot camp coming up on July the 21st, if I'm not mistaken, that Monday of that week. So if you're interested, you want to go ahead and get with John. Okay, go ahead and get over with John. John, go ahead. If you're on the call, John, I need you to get with our brother Trader J, and let's go ahead and get him signed up for this boot camp, get him registered for the boot camp, because he can't afford, nobody can afford to miss the boot camp moving forward. Not a person, because it's costing you too much money. Missing the boot camp is costing y'all the most amount of money because you don't know how to utilize the softwares. How the hell, it's like this, right? And I want to put it out here like this. There's no doctors that go out here and perform surgery in your chest, in your brain, in your back, in your toe, in your lip. You know, there's nothing. There's no Botox being injected into your lips and your eyebrows. Okay, is none of that being injected. Okay, without the proper training first. Why are you guys out here even purchasing crypto if you don't know what the hell you're doing? Let's just keep it real. Why are you purchasing anything? You need to slow down. Press pause. You're going too fast because you're going to crash and you're going to lose all the money you put in. I've seen countless people do it. If you've lost money in crypto before from an easy mistake or from getting hacked because you made a simple mistake of not understanding security properly, just drop a 777 in the chat box real quick and let's see who really has went through it before, right? Because maybe this is the conversation. Yeah, we're going to get into this crypto conversation, right? But before we get there, right? Before we get there, we got to be honest about this first. How many people have lost a little crypto before because you didn't know what you were doing? You went and did it. But guess what? Once you took the boot camp, once you took one of our master classes at Coffee and Crypto, once you did a one-on-one session, right? Once you do that, everybody here that says 777, man, I personally helped Billy. I personally had Billy call me at 10, 11 p.m. at night, basically damn near crying because a lot of stuff happened, right? I've had people do that. I've lost $500 in one sitting and like that and really felt depressed because I needed that money, right? But guess what? I lost that money because I didn't understand blockchain. Sent to an unknown address. That's exactly what happened for me, Jimmy, right? But now that y'all dropped 777, let me ask y'all a question. If you've taken my boot camp before, I want you to drop a coffee emoji. If the boot camp has helped you learn how to not lose your money, if it's helped you learn how to utilize these wallets, learn how to stake your tokens, learn how to get into DeFi, learn how to know what low is and what high is. If we do a damn good job, drop some coffee all over the internet right now, because I don't even need y'all to drop no coffee for me because I know I do a damn good job. You know what I mean? So y'all might want to sign up for this next boot camp because this is the last boot camp before we in the bull run. You see what I'm saying? This is the last boot camp before we're boots deep in the bull run. This is not a game. This is not a test. And if you can't spend $1,000 on your future for 6 to 4 weeks of my time, you deserve to lose. And I'm just going to say it that way because it's not just about me. It could be any coach. If you're not willing to invest in coaching first, you deserve to lose. Let's dive into this crypto market. Now, let me show y'all how on target your boy is. Like, do y'all remember? Drop some sevens real quick. Just drop some sevens real quick. If y'all remember when I actually drew this out for y'all, and how many people remember? We pre-drew this. Anybody remember on our Discord? Anybody was there? Was anybody there when I drew this out? Oh, NJ said I remember. My mom remember. Okay, cool. I told y'all this was going to happen. And look what happened, y'all. I told y'all we were going to retest off of this. We were going to bounce off of this consolidation zone from back in the day. And then guess what, y'all? We made money here. This was a trade we took. I said it was going to break below, it was going to retest, and it was going to sell. We made money here. Then I looked at it, and then we were about right here, y'all. And I said, okay, the market is going to break. It's gonna go this way. It's going to retest here. It's going to break this blue. It's going to retest. And then where it's going to go? Up to the next blue. I drew it out. Blue's clues. I gave y'all the clue to get to the bag. The only reason why you didn't get the bag is you didn't pay attention, right? But guess what? I did drop a trade for y'all, a signal, and it was based off of this trade right here where this white level is right here, this white ray. Which was the 50%. Now, I was trying to be more patient because I was trying to use the principle of, what we learned in a boot camp. If you've ever taken a boot camp, there's a certain principle about patience on trading that we went over. I tried to apply that. It didn't work. So unfortunately, I'll be transparent. I did not enter at this particular trade that I called out. I entered here, which was the one that I put the numbers inside of our trading analysis section, because I wanted to make sure that we all applied patience. Well, we should have executed off this bad boy because we definitely be in the bag. But for the ones that had the draw up, for the ones that had this thing set up and was ready for this execution point, I want to say congratulations to y'all for making a little money over the last couple of hours, okay? So congratulations to y'all for making, or last couple of days, actually. That's really dope, okay? So long story short, we've now broke $108,000. Our daily candles are bullish right now. All roads lead to the north side. You know, if you know, Billy sings it best. If you don't know us by now, you will never, never, never know us. Ooh. Yes, sir. Because it is nothing but a moon mission from this point, y'all. There's nothing holding us back. And when we cross this $111,000 for Bitcoin to $112,000, there's nothing from the past to hold us back from this moon mission that's about to embark on. Family, welcome to the greatest show on earth. Coffee and Crypto Show, where we do nothing but bring fire, and all of our information is up to date, and it's all true because we've done the research thoroughly. Welcome to the show, and hopefully you already signed up for the boot camp. Hopefully you ain't waiting for the link for the boot camp. Hopefully you already texted me the word boot camp. Hopefully you did, and if you didn't, hopefully you'll text me now, because I'm about to spaz on this show, and you need a coach like me. 678-460-6504. 678-460-6504. This is the last boot camp. All you got to do is text 678-460-6504. And I'm going to do something special for each and every single person that texts me the word boot camp. I'm not telling you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So all you got to do is text me boot camp, and I'm going to do something special for you that I've never done before. Okay, I'm going to do it for you. All right, because this is the last boot camp. And guess what? I don't even need your money from this boot camp because the bull run's about to start anyway. Bull run's about to start. We're up. Another one. Let's get it.
This thing here. Well, that would be the blockchain, in case you couldn't tell from my amazing sketch or blueprint, really. Right now, it's Arbitrum, but we've been working on something really special. And it's still a little bit early, but I think there's no better time to share it with you all than right now. Introducing the Robinhood chain.
This is the first blockchain optimized for real-world assets, from real estate to art to stocks, with the right technology and regulatory infrastructure needed to carry the entire traditional financial system on its back.
That girl got on that Javinci
Into the future.
And our goal with stock token on the Robinhood chain is that in the near future, you will be able to seamlessly transfer your assets in seconds. And your ability to trade will not be reliant on any individual broker or counterparty. So long as the blockchain is up and processing transaction, you will maintain access to your hard-earned access. Very, very important. I feel that as the benefits of this technology become increasingly clear in the coming years, the pressure and incentive for more and more firms to adopt it will continue to grow. So we'll continue to work with regulators and bring the entire Robinhood ecosystem on-chain, starting with tokenized assets like stocks, perpetual futures, DeFi, of course, spot crypto trading. And from there, we're planning to open the doors much wider. So, and we've been talking to a lot of the developers in the room about this already. If you're interested in being one of our first developers, we would like to open the doors much wider. So please reach out to us.
All right. So that's the first video. Okay. Now I'm going to send this to my computer because I want y'all, because I got this video clip from yesterday on my Instagram, but I'm going to send this over to my computer. Okay. So let's see if I can find my computer. Oh, computer, where are you? Well, actually, you know what? I don't even think I gotta do it on the computer, because actually, if I look, hold on, y'all give me 2 seconds, because I actually didn't have this. I didn't have this video prepared. but I think that it would be a disservice. Here we go. Perfect. Yep, it's on my YouTube channel. It's on our YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go over to YouTube real quick, and I'm gonna post a. I'm gonna share a post that was posted yesterday on our page. If you don't follow us on YouTube, oh dang, hold on, I'm not signed in on this browser, so I'm gonna have to go over to my Safari browser. But while I do that, I want to still talk about what you all just heard, right? We've been talking about tokenization. We've been talking about real world assets in seconds. They've decided to build the first Ethereum layer to optimize for real world assets via Arbitrum, right? From public to private to global. So Arbitrum is apparently the blockchain, obviously, that they chose. And that's okay. You know what I mean? We don't need to work, family. We don't need to work with them like that. If I can be completely honest with y'all, right? We don't need Robinhood. You know what I mean? We don't need Robinhood over here at Ripple, at Hedera, because they're gonna notice it. Like they're gonna notice us, right? It's a lot of things. If y'all actually watch that entire interview, which I watched the whole thing, okay? That not interview, excuse me, but that whole event that they just had, I watched the whole thing, family. And from what I learned on that particular show is, again, these people are a part of the Ethereum free pass. These people are a part of the PayPal mafia, which if you really dive into this space a lot, you'll start to understand what I'm talking about. There is a secret society within finance that goes back so far, and I don't want to sit and talk about that, okay? Because it's way too deep. But I need y'all to realize that everything happens for a reason, okay? Everything happens for a reason, and all we got to do is just stick around long enough in this season, all right? Because the reason will be discovered. I'm about to play this clip right here. One second. All right, here we go.
Oh, US update. Let's zoom out a bit now and get into one of the most exciting application of crypto today. One that will fundamentally redefine what's tradable and where it's traded. You may have already guessed our next update. Yes, now is the time when we get into tokenization. So I believe that tokenization is going to open the door to a massive trading revolution, making it possible to own or even fractionally own all kinds of real world assets and financial instruments that were never accessible or tradable by most people before. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this for years, including from me and more recently from some of our competitors. But not a lot of action, not a lot of action. Well, that ends today. Because over the past year, Johan, Tanya, and the rest of the crypto team have been working very hard to make this a reality. Now, the big question we faced was, what shall we tokenize first? So we asked ourselves, what about bonds? Should we tokenize some bonds? What do you all think? And not a lot of excitement about that, I see. How about mutual funds? Mutual funds would be a great thing to tokenize. Very, very cool. Maybe private credit? Carbon credits. Okay, how about tokenized Bitcoin? Okay, yes, that was a trick question. Just wanted to make sure everyone was still paying attention. As we got to thinking about what to tokenize, we saw an opportunity not to just do this with an asset class that we understood very well, because we pioneered commission-free trading in it, but also to solve a pain point that we saw from our European customers, which is while they love crypto, they really want exposure to US stocks as well. So we're really excited to announce that it is now possible for our European customers to get exposure to hundreds of major US stocks like Apple, Nvidia, and Amazon, in addition to ETFs, in tokenized form, all on chain, with thousands more coming by the end of the year. Introducing stock tokens on Robinhood.
Now,
Encore.
tokens are a bit of a technically complex trading product, but we've worked hard to make the experience as intuitive as possible for our eligible traders. In large part, the crypto technology powering all this lies under the hood, and we'll be lifting that hood up for you a little bit later. In the meantime, I want to introduce Song Lee, who's our head of product for crypto, to show you what trading stock tokens is going to look like. Song?
Sheesh. Stock tokens on Robinhood is crazy work, y'all. Stock tokens on Robinhood is crazy work. All ran through what? The chain. Good night. So, all right. You know, we really could stop the show here. You know what I mean? Like we kind of done just already pressed the button. You know what I mean? Like the flip, the switch of the flip of the switch is here. But you know, that was Robinhood. And you know how we feel about Robinhood for real. Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we feel about Robinhood, but I ain't gonna lie. The whole Robinhood video was off the chain. I mean, my boy came in, like a whole Batmobile came in there, James Bond style. You know what I mean? Looking good in the suit. You know what I mean? Had the suit on like Beetlejuice. You know what I mean? Looking like a rich Beetlejuice. Come on, man. That man's doing it. You know, that was dope, right? And he told y'all something. And I know we don't trust Robinhood, but then guess what? Now we can listen to even SEC Chair Paul Atkins talk about tokenization, which just came out as well. I hope that y'all paying attention.
This tokenization is an innovation, and we at the SEC should be focused on how do we advance innovation in the marketplace. And so I would argue here over the last several years, the SEC has been standing athwart efforts to innovate in the marketplace because things have been unclear. The rules have not been clear. We've had regulation through enforcement. That day is over. We are now, my whole goal is to make things transparent, from the regulatory aspect and give people a firm foundation upon which to innovate and to come out with new products and so that they know what they're doing.
I think there are two things to think about, Andrew, and that's tokenization of US stocks, which is one thing which could drive a lot of cost savings for all parties.
I'm not against tokenization. I'm saying
settlement
if
time
you wanted to,
reduce
if you wanted to tokenize SpaceX, which is a private company.
And then there's also an access to private credit, I think you were mentioning, which is a complete individual investor access to private credit, which is also another sort of tricky area in that this is also, as you mentioned, it's not as much liquidity. Valuations are very difficult, particularly I would imagine for an individual investor. I mean, there are a lot of things that here that are new frontiers for investors. Where do you stand on that?
Well, two questions. So as far as tokenization and other innovations in the marketplace to make trading and holding securities easier and with quick settlement, my predecessor pushed for what we call T+1, meaning a settlement to clearance the day after the trade, the trading day. And so tokenization and other aspects of doing that tokenization in the marketplace is yet the next step to have much more efficiency in the marketplace and certainty of having a trade settle.
Wow. Hey, like we literally talked about this like years ago about how the stock market was. Anybody remember that? We talked about this. This is the reason why we like. This was the whole reason why we was investing in these technologies. Like the whole purpose of us investing in these technologies is what they talking about now. And then now there's going to be people that's now going to get in because they're talking about it. But we were doing it before they were talking about it years ago. Now there's people, we're about to see a whole variety, a whole nother leg of people that's about to come into this market that ain't never even had exposure to this market, all because of what they're talking about on the news right now. Good God. We said this 5 to 7 years ago, Matt. Dang. All right. So ISO 20022. This is the Federal Reserve Financial Services, FRB services on Twitter. Okay, this is their official Twitter account. Okay, it says that the ISO 20022 for the Fedwire Fund services will be implemented on July 14th. And do anybody see what I see in the background? You know, John Legend said it best. He said, "Give me the green light. Give me just one. I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go. Give me the green." Hey, we are about to take off into a whole nother stratosphere, family. I don't think y'all really understand why I'm so excited right now. It's confirmed. It is confirmed for the Fedwire Fund Services. It will move forward with implementing the new ISO 20022 in just a couple of days. Give me the green light. I'm already looking at Ferraris. I'm already looking at them. I'm looking at them. I'm looking at all of them. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the vacations. I'm looking at the jets. I'm looking at the islands we're going to buy. I'm looking at it because we got the green light. Oh my God. I'm not worried about my situation. It don't matter about what's happening right now. Not a crypto will be dropped. Not a doggone crypto will be sold in this time because it's about to go down. I don't think y'all really understand, y'all. It's no more if, buts, or when, my friends. It is now. Okay, it is now. Okay, the Fedwire's Fund Services, ISO 20022 software and production infrastructure will remain unchanged. We recommend that customers and vendors continue to test and verify their internal procedures through July 11th. Between now and the service close on July 11th, ensure that you review all the action items outlined in the curated preparedness checklist below. The best applies to your institution. This is not for you. We don't have an institution. We're not BlackRock. We're not Wells Fargo. We're not Chase Bank. We're not Walmart Corporation. We're not none of these people. We are individuals. This is for institutions. Do y'all know how much money sits? Do y'all know how much money sits in these institutions? It's more than you could fathom. It's more than you can fathom, y'all. And this is directly from the Federal Reserve Bank. The engines have steamed up, y'all. All right, the engines have steamed up. Now, this is from the Wall Street Journal, okay? Investment firm Linked helped pioneer a private stock trading avenue for the little guy. Now it's facing federal investigations into its practices and a possible bankruptcy filing. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is why I didn't talk about this much. I didn't talk about Link 2 that much. Like I told y'all that it was a platform. I've definitely told y'all about it because it's important to be educated. I never bought stock on Link 2. There were a lot of influencers out there. Some of y'all favorite influencers that were getting paid from Link 2 to promote this on their biggest pages. And some of y'all went out there and you purchased some of these stocks. Some of y'all went out here and did all the pre-IPO stuff. How can you and this was my thing, right? How can I buy pre-stock in Ripple when they're under a SEC lawsuit? How can I purchase pre-shares because the shares were for Ripple. We've been buying XRP. XRP and Ripple are two different things. XRP operates totally separate from Ripple. Ripple did not have to use XRP. Ripple could have used Bitcoin. Ripple could have used Ethereum. Ripple could have used Litecoin. Ripple could have used any coin that was out there, but they chose XRP. Hear me out. So XRP was not sued. It was put into a lawsuit because they were upset with Ripple. right? The company Ripple, the government wanted to own Ripple. They wanted to buy them out. You got to realize that. And when you say no to the elites, you know what they do. Okay? So Ripple was being challenged all these years. XRP price was held back because of that challenge, because everybody thought that XRP and Ripple were the same when they're completely different. Okay? Hear me out. So if the SEC is suing and the United States government is suing Ripple, the company, there's no legal path to purchase pre-Ripple stock. Also, if we go to what Brad Garlinghouse says, he says, understandably, there have been many questions from those who believed they were buying Ripple shares from Link2. And what happens next, to be clear, on Ripple's end. What we know, our records, and Link2 owns 4.7 million shares of Ripple, solely purchased on the secondary market from other Ripple shareholders, never directly from Ripple itself. So we don't know how true that is. Apart from Link2 being a shareholder, Ripple has never had a business relationship with them, nor have they participated in our financing rounds. We stopped approving more Link2 purchases on secondary markets in late 2024 amid growing skepticism. Okay? It seems my post has raised a few more questions. First off, XRP shares of Ripple are very different things. I said, I ain't even ever read this, but I'm telling y'all, like I'm telling y'all what the CEO, look, I've been studying this too long, brother Brad, okay? I knew it was going to say that, okay? They're two different things, okay? He says, this post is only about shares in Ripple. Link2 is a very separate company that bought shares in Ripple from some of our existing shareholders. It should be reassuring that we, Ripple, are able to confirm that Link2 owns 4.7 million. So they are. Okay, so they do own it, okay? I have no idea how Link2 managed the participants to whom they sold representative units of Ripple shares, and thus I can't provide any reassurance about Link2's business practices or how they will handle it now. The good news is that the value of Ripple shares has increased significantly over time, and there should be considerable gains on those shares from Link2, unit holders, okay? So that's Brad Garlinghouse. That's directly from the CEO. Just wanted to keep y'all updated about those Ripple shares over at Link2, because I know they were very, very interesting. Okay, now next, Wall Street Journal Market says that Ripple has applied for a national banking license, joining the rush of cryptocurrency companies seeking to cross the divide into mainstream finance. He says, true, right? Our longstanding compliance roots at Ripple is applying for a national bank charter from the OCC. If approved, we would have both state via NYDFS and federal oversight, a new and unique benchmark for trust in the stablecoin market. Earlier in the week, via standard custody, we also applied for a Fed master account, y'all. While Congress is working toward clear rules and regulations in banks, in a far cry from years of Operation Choke Point 2.0, are leaning in. This access would allow us to hold RLUSD reserve directly with the Federal Reserve and provide an additional layer of security to future-proof trust in RLUSD. Ripple always has and will continue to build trusted, battle-tested, and secure infrastructure. In a $250 billion plus market, RLUSD stands out for putting regulation first, setting the standard that institutions expect. Incredible, y'all. Incredible. All of the conspiracy theories they said that we were, and all the things we used to do, it's actually happening. Damn. I told y'all this was going to end one or two ways. Either I was going to end face flat. I said this before, right? Either I was going to end face flat, crying to the ground because all these years I put in, it didn't happen, right? Or we was going to land on the moon. It was two types of landings. It was either gonna be on the moon or my face. Okay. I feel the jets coming out my feet right now, the soles of my feet, and I feel myself taking off like what's that little cartoon character from back in the day? The little rocket man that used to take off like this. All right, feeling like him. Okay, feeling like that boy. Let's keep going because we still got a little more content to share here. So this right here from my boy Vincent Van Code. Y'all know anytime Vincent Van Code pop up, I gotta rock with my boy Vincent Van Code because you know the Vincents, we just great like that. So shout out to my boy Vincent Van Code. I actually need to reach out to my boy real quick just to maybe see if we can get Vincent Van Code. We can get, hey, it could be 2 Vincents on the show 1 week. You know what I mean? So I'm about to reach out to my boy Vincent Van Code, see what's going on. All right, with the code. Okay, but check this out though. He said, with Ripple announcing they are syncing a banking charter as well as a Fed master account. This means they will be the very first crypto bank that, number one, holds reserves directly with the Feds, no bank required. Number 2, can provide banking services and likely include crypto. Number 3, can lend money using XRP and crypto as collateral, potentially on chain. Number 4, offer cross-border remittance. Number 5, and here's the kicker, FDIC insurance on deposits up to $250,000, which might include some cryptocurrencies. This is going to be nuts. And XRP is flying it all together. 2025 to 2026 will be marked in history as the era which the 100-year banking cartel began to crumble. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, woo, woo. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Woo, woo. Yes, sir. I could drop the mic, but I got a little more. I'm not done. He's not finished yet. Somebody drop that in the chat box. He's not finished yet because I'm not done. I'm not finished yet. Shout out to Eleanor Tourette. She's, with Eleanor posting this, we know who Eleanor is. We know how dope Eleanor is. We know her following. We know she was on Fox. Okay, now she has her own podcast and she's doing her thing. Shout out to Eleanor. All right, Eleanor's she's the truth, and I met her. I met her in person. Really, really amazing. Okay, now I love her because even though she's not with Fox anymore, she still has that news reporter hat on. She does a phenomenal job. Okay, so I'm giving y'all this because I think she does a great job. And I think this is somebody that y'all should pay attention to as well in regards to news, because Ellen Tourette, she puts that news out here on Twitter that you need, okay? But we ain't done yet, because guess what, y'all? Guess what? Guess what? I got a video for you. Yeah, I do. Enjoy.
Hello, everyone. I'm Pat Thielen. I'm the Vice President of Global Account Management at Ripple. We truly believe that there is an internet of value coming, much like the internet provided with communications and email in the 90s and through the beginning of the millennium. Today, the payment system is advancing. And unlike a lot of the other crypto players in Ripple space, we truly believe that the revolution is going to occur from within. So the ecosystem that the U.S. Faster Payments Council has put together will be those players that will make sure we advance the industry. The working groups that are coming out, it's the cross-border, the QR, the directory model. These are really opportunities to take that user experience, the interoperability that has been designed in the other initiatives, and really apply it to real-world problems. Many countries have leapfrogged the U.S. in real-time payments. So this is a real opportunity for us to leverage a body like this. The playing field is set, and you can either sit on the sidelines or suit up with U.S. Faster Payments Council and change the game.
You sit your butt on the sideline and shut up, okay, with a pacifier in your mouth, boy. That's basically what he wanted to say. I ain't scared to say it. You know what I mean? Sit on the sideline with a pacifier in your mouth, boy. All right? So guess what? This comes directly from the Faster Payments Council. The FPC Digital Assets Work Group has just published its latest blog on stablecoins for faster payments right after the big, beautiful bill. All right, the big, beautiful bill has passed right after the Stablecoin Genius Act has passed. Okay, and now the landscape is set, the infrastructure is there, and now, now they have everything you need right here, y'all. They have everything you need. And look at this right here. The FPC 2025 fall member meeting will be held on September 3rd through the 4th. Okay. They about to get ready to meet. All right. In Westin Portland Harbor View Hotel. Okay. You can register today. Oh my God. It's happening, y'all. This is crazy. All right. Last things I got here, and then we'll be done. Okay. Okay. So Mika. What is Mika? Does anybody know what Mika is? Anybody know? If you don't, let me show you what Mika is real quick, and then we'll be done. Okay. While pulling Chat GPT up, man. Listen, if y'all have not texted me yet, make sure y'all text me. All right, I got a huge discount that I'm gonna give out to the first people that text me today before this podcast is over for my boot camp, for my next boot camp, which starts July 21st. 678-460-6504. Again, that number is 678-460-6504. You have to text me right now. Okay. You have to text me right now. Okay. Okay. You have to text me right now the word boot camp, and I got a discount for you for this next boot camp coming up to get you inside of there. Okay. I promise you I got you. Promise you I got you. All you got to do is text me boot camp. Just follow the direction. This is the last boot camp before the crypto markets take off. You should at least know what to do. So when you do hit the top, you have a strategy to get out so you can utilize these types of technologies that we're going over. But anyway, Mika. So Mika, that's what I was trying to do. Mika, Europe. Okay. So Mika, Europe. Let's see what it's talking about here. Okay. So markets in crypto assets is the European Union's first comprehensive block-wide regulatory framework for crypto assets and service providers. Okay, so that's who Mika is. So they're the regulatory arm for Europe. Okay, now that y'all know who that is, now pay attention. H-bar Mika white. Good God. Yes. I needed a lap. I needed a lap. I needed a lap. I needed a lap. All right, check this out, y'all. Check this out. H-bar is an American base. It's built in Texas. We done, look, it done made it. What up, Ray? It done made it all the way to Europe. Woo! Okay, check this out, y'all. You can download this white paper, all right, directly from Mika on H-bar. Okay, check this out, y'all. Prepared by the Mika Crypto Alliance, y'all. Everything that Europe needs to know about Hedera Hashgraph, y'all. This stuff, I can't make this stuff up. I can't. They talk about staking right here. Like I cannot make this stuff up. This is bonkers, y'all. My heart is beating fast, man. You know, like we got too much H-bar, you know. We got too much H-bar, you know. That's it. We just got too much of it. My heart is beating fast. Woo! Good God. All right. I don't even know what to say. Okay, let me calm down. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. All right. This is the white paper, y'all. Okay. 52 pages. Okay. We're not going to go through it because we know who H-bar is. But y'all, when I tell y'all we chose one, like when I tell y'all we chose one family. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Look, we chose one family. We've been holding H-bar. Who been doing this, y'all? We've been doing this. You don't see no other crypto white paper on here. They talk about Bitcoin mining bans, carbon consequences, the unintended carbon consequences of Bitcoin mining bans. They talk about banning Bitcoin mining. All right, that's the only other thing I saw right there. Banning Bitcoin mining while they're praising H-bar. I got one more thing for y'all, and then we're going to get up out of here, y'all. If you ain't got no H-bar by now, this is not financial advice, but this is sound advice that you better get inside of this boot camp. You should be texting me right now, y'all. You should be texting me right now, y'all. You should be texting me the word boot camp right now. Even if you did it 6 months ago, you should be redoing it. 678-460-6504. Count this as the final. This is my final goodbye to everybody. Okay. I'm about to disappear. What was that? What's that movie before we play this? Because y'all know who that is. That's Kevin O'Leary. And it's about to be bullish. But what did we say? My boy that just vanished. Who was that just vanished? It was like, wasn't it it was in the movie with Dorothy, and it was the green guy, the Emerald City. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? What movie is that, man? Somebody help me. What movie is that with Dorothy in Emerald City? Okay. And do you know the Munchkin Man? Do you know the Munchkin Man is my question. That live on, do you know him, baby? Do you know him? Because listen, y'all, listen, it's about to go down, y'all. I'm finna do a trick and disappear. All right. And I hope y'all disappear with me. Okay. I hope y'all disappear with me. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what the name of the movie. What's the name of the doggone movie with Dorothy? I can't remember. In Toto, the Wizard of Oz. I'm gonna disappear y'all ass like Oz, man, when this thing happened. I'm out like Oz, man. We're making a good getaway. I'm out with like Oz, man. Let's go.
That one, most underrated crypto project right now.
Hold on.
That one, most underrated crypto project right now.
Oh, that's interesting. I would have to say, but I'm talking my book here. I think HBAR is going to be big. I really do.
HBAR, that's one in our portfolio as well. And
but I own it, so I have to disclose that. But I think it's going to be big. It may not be the best platform, but because it's so adopted globally, it's slow, it's got issues, but it's still number one. And so, I'm an investor in Avalanche and HBAR and Polygon and ETH. And I got a pretty big portfolio, but I don't know who's going to win.
Right.
I mean, you look at the price volatility of HBAR. My goodness, I mean, it's 50% a week up and
yeah, I've been watching that both actually. Yeah,
but it's telling you that for me, the option is slowly starting to happen there,
right.
And I have a pretty big position in that, along with others. But I just don't know. I think the portfolio approach, the diversification really matters, with the exception of Bitcoin. That's
Hey, Ray. That's all I can say. Just Do you know the Muffin Man, man? Do you know the Muffin Man? EJ? Do they know the Muffin Man? They about to know the Muffin Man, man. They gonna know who the Muffin Man is real soon, man. That man live over there on Drury Lane, man. Yeah, do you know the Muffin Man, JP? Come on, man. Hey, listen, the muffins is about to come out the oven, man. That's all I gotta tell y'all. I got 2 people that text me the word boot camp already. Look, I'm gonna be calling y'all after this show. We're gonna go ahead and get y'all registered. There's nothing else to wait for. You know what I mean? There's nothing to lose, everything to gain from this moment forward. Okay. And if you need that phone number again, hey, look, I need my Zoom members to go ahead and raise y'all hand because this was a hot show. I need to hear from some people. All right. I need to hear from some people. Matter of fact, I need some boot camp testimonials. Who can give me a boot camp testimonial? You know what I mean? What did the boot camp do for you? How did the boot camp help you structure yourself? How did the coaching help you get to the next level? Let me know, man. But before that, make sure y'all text me 678-460, right? 460-6504. Phone number is 678-460-6504. Text me the word boot camp right now, and I got a deal that you got. You have to close it today, though. You know what I mean? You got to do it today. All right. If you send me, if money come on Friday, it's regular price. You do it today, I'm feeling good. 678-460-6504. I'm feeling good. Y'all better catch me while you can, because after today, the price will be back at $2,000. We're way too close. Okay, we're way too close. We're way too close now. Okay. So If there's anybody that has anything that y'all want to share, one thing you like, learned, or love from today's episode, feel free, Zoom members, to pop in real quick and just let me know, raise those hands up. Let me know you got something to say. All right. Let me know you got something to say. Billy, come on, big bro. No, I got to call on Billy.
Yeah. Ho, ho, ho. I'm not sure who the Muffin Man is.
That made you say, "Ho!" You turned into Santa Claus, Billy.
I guess I ended up being I got to figure out what I missed the Muffin Man something with the Muffin Man. I got to figure out what the hell y'all talking about now. I know who the Muffin Man is. I mean, I searched the Muffin Man when I was a kid, but now I'm not sure who the Muffin Man is. I don't know who y'all's Muffin Man is. I do know that, if you don't know crypto, us, put a word in there. You ain't gotta put us, you ain't gotta put me, you ain't gotta put crypto. Just put something in that space if you don't know us by now. You will never, never, never know us. Let's do it together.
That's it. Billy over there, shucking and jiving, man. Shucking and jiving, man. Come on, smoothing and grooving.
This is just amazing. You look back and you say, well, I didn't get enough, but I'm well diversified. So, there's got to be something said for that. I'll always say, oh man, I should have put more in that or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we'll all have that feeling, but why buy H bar at 14 cents when you can get the XRP at 250? So that's a question you got to ask yourself. But we used to be looking at H bar at 7 cents. And did we miss it at 15? It's just so crazy to look at that. And we're gonna look back at XRP. I was trying to buy that link to. I was trying to get that. They had that little deal at link to where you get the XRP. Well, you could get Ripple. You had to buy $2,500 minimum and all that. And I was a little stressed out about that. I thought I was trying to get one. I thought about asking my buddy about helping me because he was accredited and I wasn't. And you think about how God's got you in, got you out. He's got your back. He's got your front. He's got your mind. I have to apply my understanding of what I have to show up on the call. I gotta learn what the heck all this stuff is. I mean, what is this stuff? And then they talk about some of it going away. Am I going to risk some of it going away? Am I going to buy some of it knowing I'm going to risk it? I mean, there's all these questions you got to ask yourself, because when I lost my crypto, you know what I had? I had a lot of damn questions. I had more questions than I had answers. In fact, there wasn't even answers to my questions. It was just so new, and it is so new. Tokenization, what the hell is that? I mean, you got to figure out what that is, and then when you can apply it to our principle, now you can see how you can apply tokenization. We went from the word tokenization to what tokenization means, to what tokenization is, and then what tokenization is gonna be, and then how you use tokenization and how to invest in tokenization. It's a lot to this stuff.
Yes, sir.
But if you invest the time and get on some calls, and I'm gonna tell you what, Vince, trading has been monumentally very unfinancial for me. But trading, like the other day, 20 minutes ago when you were making a lap, I was calm. Now I'm excited, and I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for us. But I was also noticing a little calmness, like when you hit that button and you know that I set a stop loss and I don't have to worry about that thing going out of sight in the
Mhm.
wrong direction. It's the calmness knowing that you bought a little H bar. Maybe you didn't buy a lot, but and then you bought the protocols that went along with it. And then you know where to keep it, and then you know how to stake it, and then you know how to share it, and you know how to use it, and where to put it. And
Mhm.
it's like all these words that were used. It's new words. I'm 63. I have never heard the word H bar. I don't think I've heard the word tokenization in my
Yeah.
life. It's like all these new words and stuff. It's like a new language. And then
Mhm.
you talk about it being a bank is a kind of, they say they snuck it in on us, but we've been watching that little sneaky ass for 7 years, right? So it's really not a surprise.
Mhm. Mhm.
I think it's kind of a surprise that we're in it.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know, my daddy worked all his life to save a little money, and you know, and I had these friends. I have friends, Vince. They'll say, "Well, it just don't go nowhere. It's just not going up. It's just not. I don't know if I trust it. I don't know what it is." And this is terrible advice. And I'm not going to say it's advice,
Mhm.
but my advice to my friends is take $100
Yes, sir.
and put it in something and just don't worry about it for a little bit. Let me show you where to keep it. Put it and maybe spend
Stop,
$300 and
stop
get
giving
your
them, stop
wallet.
giving them, stop giving them their advice, Billy. We about to just go ahead and just do it ourselves, and we about to because I'm done advising too after this boot camp. I'm gonna be too busy traveling. It's about to be a movie, y'all. So,
Well,
um,
maybe you can go east, okay? Go east
no,
200 damn miles with your first $100
where I'm
and
going.
come see my ass. I've never met you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I've
You're right.
never met this guy. I never shook your hand before.
You're
I
right.
don't think I ain't met anybody on this damn call in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I love you and I
I love you
appreciate
too,
you.
Billy.
And I'm gonna feed you. You've been feeding me. I'm gonna feed you. Okay.
Much
So
love, Billy. Thank you.
thanks for the time.
Oh, most definitely. Because hey, what else? All right. So next up we got my boy NJ, man. NJ, pull up real quick.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
All right. So first of all, I just want to say I usually always join the calls, but I be at work. But like
Mhm.
today it's crazy because like I have so much downtime. So like I was
Wow.
actually able to text. But man, I've been part of this for a little while. It's just crazy to see how like things are really coming into fruition.
Yes, sir.
Like that's like it's crazy. Like first it was the crypto nerds, and then I met you, and then we was here. You was talking to me like it's just it's crazy now. Like it's really funny how like now we're literally seeing it in plan day. You just like they literally said ISO 2022 coins come in July 14th. That's literally next week. And we like I was started to invest when I what when was that? When did I start investing? When I got my job? I think I like 2021. So like I'm like yo, that's like it's really insane. Like it's really funny how we're literally seeing this plan into fruition. Like it's insane. Like, hey, my college debt might be paid off soon. Like that's all I gotta say. It's like it's crazy, man. Like it's like, and the funny thing about the Mika thing is, yesterday well, like no, like last week, I brought my girlfriend like a gift from like a shop called Mika, and I'm like, why does this look familiar? And then all of a sudden, we have this call, and it's
Wow.
H bar Mika. I'm like, wait a minute, oh snap! It's just show signs, and I'm like, yo, that's really insane. How like because like you have naysayers, you have doubters, and it's like this is really just a diamond hand project. Like all of us, don't matter if you have a little, if you have a lot, if you have a good sum, like it's crazy. Like we literally saw the vision and we stuck to it, and really like we're about to see a whole different like economy because maybe our parents or we missed it when Bitcoin happened when like technology stopped popping. Like now is our generation, so like Now I'm really just preparing for my little brothers, maybe my kids, even my mom, like and like Billy. Like I love listening to him because like when I hear him, it's like I'm thinking about my grandparents because like they're currently right now retired, just sitting like like just watching the news. I'm like, yo, that's cool. I was like, can I get them in this? But then I see Billy, and I'm like, oh, you can. Like it's insane. Like it's really funny. Like yeah, like we're about to see a whole different bull run. And I was actually like, so like if everything goes perfectly, and I feel like everything's gonna go perfectly, I always think of the like for the best. Like I could literally say like, yeah, I caught the bull one. I caught the next wave. Like I was able to like there's a whole group of people like we all got generational wealth or became that stepping stones for generational wealth. And that's all we really want. Like we want to have stability and knowledge on how to keep that stability. And like this podcast, the people, the knowledge we all obtain, the atmosphere, like that's insane. That's all I wanted to say because I really talk because
Hey,
I usually be working, but yeah.
and what you do? What you do for work, bro?
I currently work at the Hard Rock, but I just grad. Like we talked about, graduated May 3rd.
I remember, yeah, man.
Yeah,
But I didn't know you worked at. No, I know, but I didn't know you was working at the Hard Rock though.
yeah, I'm in a hotel.
Okay.
Nice little. It was perfect for the job. Like it's pretty cool.
What Hard Rock you at? Where you live?
Florida, the
Florida.
guitar,
Yeah, the Hard
Miami,
Rock,
Florida.
Florida. The Hard Rock, Florida. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And it's funny because one day I might meet you. I'm not gonna tell you how I'm gonna meet you, but hey, I got people in ATL.
I need you. I'm trying to come to the Hard Rock, Florida.
But yeah, it's like it's crazy, man. Like
I'm trying to come to the Hard Rock, Florida, bro. Let me know. I'm pulling up, man. That's where I'm trying to be at. That sounds nice. Because the Hard Rock San Diego is beautiful.
oh man, they have a lot of properties. It's insane. Like I'll be learning about new properties every single day I'm working here. I'm like, you got one in Albuquerque, you got one in like what? But
Wow.
like,
Okay.
yeah, that's cool.
We'll talk further, man. But yeah, bro, tap in, man. If you could do the boot camp this time, bro. Man, just go ahead and sacrifice and get into it, bro. Looking forward to talking to you again, man. I'm happy that you was able to actually speak, bro, because it's always nice to hear new voices on the call, bro. That don't talk that often because of work and stuff. So it's nice to hear you, man.
Yeah, thank you. But it was great, man. Y'all awesome. I'll keep doing what y'all gotta do. Like new empire building, that's all I gotta say, man.
For sure. Good to see you, Ian. NJ.
All right.
Nasir. It's Nasir, right? I think it's Nasir. Hold on, let me make sure. I think did I say your name wrong? Because I know it's NJ, but I think it was this. You could just let me know later. But anyway, we got another person. We got my boy Ray Wood. Also, man, I done got a lot of text messages. This is crazy. So I'm gonna reach out to everybody. You know what I mean? But this next boot camp, I just want y'all to know this is the people's boot camp. All right. We need to teach, we got to teach what the people want to know in this boot camp. All right. Because it's a lot of people going to be from different walks of life. But go ahead, Ray. Neil, not Nasir. Neil. That was it.
Yo, what is good, Vincent? How you doing, man?
Ray, I'm good, bro. What's up? Money
Man,
mastery.
Man, look, I've been finally able to join the call. I've been trying to join the call for like 20 years now, but I'm on it now. So
hey, listen, man, when you hear, bro, you just be out here in the real estate space building too many homes, man.
Look, man, we getting ready to go to DR in a few weeks to close a property out there. So
you know what I'm saying?
we about to be traveling soon out there too. So now, man, I actually got I really need to learn about the technical side about the stuff. I'm gonna text you in a little bit, see what dates the boot camp and stuff is at. And then I just been taking your calls, honestly. I just been whatever calls is in the little Discord, I just put the money in there. Me, Arrow, and Geo, we just put it in there and just leave it and forget it.
I already know.
I got this too. I'm
You
about
got the
to
legend?
yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's yeah, I just gotta move everything to here. I still
Arrow-
haven't had a chance to do that.
Hey, is Arrow going with you to D? Is he a part of that project too, or is just you?
No. It's I don't know if you know. Do you know Hakeem? Yeah, Hakeem.
Yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog.
Yeah, me, him, and the rest of the guy, a couple other people to see him going. So we going here in a few weeks. But no, man, it's been a good run. You know, me and even a guy that I know in cybersecurity, we've been rocking with crypto for a minute. But yeah, got a decent portfolio. I'm just waiting on this shit to pop. So
Yeah.
that's all.
You sound like Arrow.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. Look, I'm just waiting on them to pop because we
I love
need
my
it
real
over here.
estate friends, man. I
Yeah,
love
we
my real
need it
estate
over here.
friends, man. Yeah, y'all
We
be like,
need it over
y'all be like,
here.
look, we just sit here just waiting, man. We
Yeah,
just
just wait. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. So, but nah, man, I just want to jump on holler at you real quick, but we will definitely be in touch, man.
For sure, big dog. Good to see you too, man.
All right, you too, man.
Sure. John Jackson, did you have anything, bro, before we get up out of here? I know you had unmuted yourself, man. I know or had raise your hand. If you got something, feel free, but this will be the last one, and we're gonna hop up out of here for the day. We are over on time, but hey, we ain't got nothing but time at this point, man. Let's get it.
Man, amazing call, bro. Amazing call. I advise everybody to go back and rewatch it. That's how amazing it was. But you gave away so much value, man. You gave away so much juice. I'm just here to validate and confirm, what's about to happen in this space. It is time now that the train has left the station. We are rolling full steam. Let the dominoes fall, because it's three things right now. As of right now, once it gets cleared this month, like I said, the bull market is going to be in full effect. Once the Genius Act clears the house, that's going to be a plus. That's going to open up a windfall of liquidity to pour into the market. July 14th, ISO 2022. Going compliant. Going, full wire, full speed. That's going to be a great look right there. So that's going to open up another wave of opportunity. And the mainstream media is going to blast this information. And it's information that needs to be spread worldwide, which it will be. But just take advantage of the opportunity right now. We got an amazing boot camp. We got thousands of reviews from previous clients, just letting from the past on how great we are in this space, and how much we've done for them and how much we've done for their community. Not only just for our community within, we're in this space to continue to grow and build more millionaires and future billionaires here. We're in this space to help you guys out, man. I mean VO put it all on the line for you today. Like, this man's energy is unmatchable. So I mean, you can see it all over him. You can see him glow. You can see it in his spirit. You can hear it in his voice. If you didn't get pumped up from the everything that he showed you, from all the details, from the documents, from the videos, from everything he expressed, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm a walking testimony. I've been in this space since 2018, and it's been a very great space for me. I'm not gonna just brag and say it's been all so good, but it's been great. But at the same time, you have to prepare yourself, for losses. And we lost, we win, we lose. We come back. We try again, and we get in position. And right now, we are in position to win. And we just want you guys to come in this space and win with us. Like I hope you guys, like you said, take this thing, serious, because I promise you, as of right now, this will be matter of fact, the biggest wealth transformation you will ever see. Because you have to really think about it. It's a lot of retirees, it's a lot of people, making the transition, over into this space. It's just a lot of assets just being tokenized at this point. Tokenization, is on a whole nother level as far as, and a tokenization asset side. But man, great call, VO. If you guys aren't in the Discord, please sign up. I'm telling you, I don't beg anybody, but but at the same time, I'm just letting you know this might be the last time y'all see us after this bull run. Peace.
Yep. For sure. And it's not gonna be see me. It's gonna be see me in this light. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be a whole different ball game moving forward. We have a lot of things to looking forward to. I just want to say thank y'all so much. Last thing, shoot me a text if you want to be a part of the boot camp. We will be registering people today. And throughout this week, but there's still time to sign up for it. But thank y'all so much. Thank you so much for all of the feedback and people that spoke. It's always needed. And I will see y'all on the next episode. Peace and blessings. And congratulations.